Hey folks, Kirky Mo here. Been about 2 weeks since I sent the episode 3 out. Did not get a lot of response. Um, Maybe this is going to be a personal journal instead, but we'll see what happens. I'm still going to go ahead and do it for a couple more weeks. Again, I always welcome any of your feedback, suggestions. If you have any questions of me, I'll certainly do my best to help. Um, I was going to tell you a little bit more about me, but I'm not going to get too in depth yet. Um, but most recently, have been divorced for about 4 years. My mom died about 2 years ago. I had to move twice. Once from the house I was at before the divorce to an apartment, and now once mom passed, I moved into her house and then bought my sister out of her half, and that's where I live, which is closer to my boys and my other um, house that I had. Then I was in an accident about a year ago. Pretty bad accident. Still on a cane. Can't walk. Still hurt. I mean, I can walk. I can get around, but I'm bent over and pain frequently. Um, some insurance issues and things like that didn't take care of some things, but I'm not going to get into that yet or complain about that. And then I was in another accident not too long ago. Luckily, I wasn't hurt, but I did total another car. So I've totaled two cars. Um, it's just me with the finances. I've basically used all my retirement up, my savings. Still have a $59,000 hospital bill. Um, Been a lot of tough things. I have some credit cards that's maxed out. I have nothing, literally nothing. But I still have faith, and that's what I'm going to try to get through. This is going to be the toughest week. Hopefully, if I have an episode 5, you'll see me expressing my struggles, and hopefully, I got over that, and you'll see a week 5 with some updates. Um, so during the accident and what have you, I had a job that I had for 14 years. It was a commission only job. It was a sales job. That's all I really had. Um, in the past. Um, Worked for a buddy, did pretty well for myself, made him a lot of money as well for about 14 years, probably did about $10 million worth of business. I did in home sales. Um, that sold about 3,500 jobs in that time. Um, I have no regrets or any animosity towards him, but I guess I lost my job. Never really knew what happened, which is probably good because I would have never quit. I was getting to the point of being a little more or a little unhappy. Um, but I'm a very loyal person. I would have never quit. I would have just complained. Same thing as my marriage. I would have never given up. I feel like if I signed up for something, I'll make the best of it. So, sometimes people do what's best for themselves, and I've got to start doing that for myself more. My ex-wife, probably did that, and then my boss may have done that. I don't know really what happened. I still drop some things off with him once in a while. He purchased some things through me. We've never talked about it. I still love the guy to death. He helped me out many times, and like I said, I no longer work for him. So I went jobless all of last year till about June, and then I had another buddy that I did work with at the other place actually that started his own business. Worked for him for about 3 months. Was killing it, selling all kinds of jobs. Tried to pay down some credit cards and some medical bills, which I did. I wasn't real smart about it because I was putting most of it towards that. And then I haven't really sold anything for about 5 or 6 months. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's pricing. I don't know if it's the market. I don't know what's happening. But I've never been like this before. Again, it's commission only. I'm not getting paid a dime. Um, so I decided to take that leap at the beginning of the year. I just now told him that I basically quit. I was going to do it at the first of the year. I had some lingering appointments that I was still working on some clients for him and myself, and it got to a point that it consumes too much of my time for not um, making any money. First time I've ever done anything on my own. I feel like loyalty is very important, and I kind of had a talk with him, and I think he understands, and he kind of led me that way as well, that, do what's best for me. So that's what I'm doing. That's what he's done a couple times, and it backfired a couple times. And this one, I think he's got something good going for himself, and that's good. There is going to be a part 2 of this video I made about a year ago when I was in the hospital. It was kind of emotional at the time. Still took me a year before I even really truly launched the business. But I'm going to launch that. I'm going to put that as episode 4, part 2. This will be part 1. If anybody wants to watch it, comment. This week I'm going to bust my rump is the goal. I have slacked. I've been really depressed, lots of anxiety, but the depression's paralyzed me. I mean, I just don't know what to do. I hurt. I'm driving a beat up vehicle that I'm afraid to go out. Last episode I told you the tire fell off. I'm afraid to get somewhere where I have to have repairs because I can't afford the repairs. As I told you in the last ones, I always like quotes. I'm going to leave you with this one. Since I'm moving slow, I'm not making as much progress as I want. Physically, I'm moving slow with the bad hip. Something I read the other day, it does not matter how slowly you go, just don't stop. And so far I haven't stopped. I feel like I'm always moving forward, but I am moving slow in many ways. Hopefully I take some leaps this week. So the next update that you get from me next week or the following will be episode 5. And I hope I have some good updates. Hopefully this is going to be encouraging to somebody at some point. I know right now hearing my struggles isn't it, but that's not the objective. I want you to know my struggles because I want you to know where I and where we can be at episode 30, episode 50, episode 100. Whatever it is, I want progress, and I hope that comes on this next one. Hope I have some better updates. Anyway, this is part 1 of episode 4, and then I'll try to upload the other one as well tonight. My Bengals lost, so I think I'm going to hit the sack after that. So I welcome any likes, any subscriptions, and of course, any feedback at all. Thanks, folks. Thanks for listening.